Let me go to Steve. Steve calling us from Georgia. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Dan, appreciate your program, and I agree with you on track on everything you talk about with the Republicans.
Thank you.
But I have one question. I'm going to be real brief. I retired in 2012 in December.
Okay.
I have decent retirement, Social Security. My wife is still working for another couple of years, and she's drawing half of my Social Security until she retires, and she's government, and she'll only have her retirement, no Social Security. But we do good with this. I'm a semi-retired bivocational pastor. I draw a little bit of annuity on that as housing.
Mm-hmm.
But I left when I retired from my job. I had $90,000 in Fidelity in 401k. And what I did is just left it in 401k with Fidelity and set it up on a 15-year plan, pay out, and then whatever was left, I'd get in cash. Mm-hmm. Is that a good way to go, or should I change this?
So you're getting a payout of your principal included,
right,
or just the earnings that the account makes?
The principal, the whole thing. I get a month. It'll be exhausted in 15 years, and whatever little bit's left, I'll get in cash.
Well, I would
carry me till I'm 80.
Okay. I think that's fine. I'm glad you're doing that because you know how I feel about getting money out of, those 401ks and IRAs. I think that from a tax standpoint, if we plan on leaving that to our heirs, I think we need to do that. But I would say this to you, Steve. Here's my concern. I think it's a fine plan as long as you can understand that statistically, I'll just speak about statistics for a moment. If you're a married couple and one of you is now over 60, that statistically one of you are going to live well into your 90s. And I'm sure you're like me, Steve. We hope the Lord returns today. But if the Lord should tarry and if we are in decent health and one of you are going to live that long, the question has to be, am I going to outlive my income or am I going to outlive my money? Now, if you are taking this disbursement that you're getting over the next 15 years and you are shifting it over into another kind of account, then you shouldn't have any problems. If you are using that income to live off of, then I'm a little more concerned. Are you using this? Is this part of the supplemental, that's supplementing your income?
Right, it is, but I really don't, I'm doing well. I could do well without it now.
Okay. Okay. So I would suggest you do one of two things, Steve. I would say that you would either stop it and allow the account to continue to grow and don't start it up again until inflation has impacted your ability to maintain your lifestyle, and then start it up. Or consider stop it, take half of it, maybe put it into a charitable trust or a charitable gift annuity where that income's never going to run out, and do something like that, allowing the other half to grow for the rest of your lives, which will probably end up with more in the long run because you're not drawing as much out to spend it. And that would be another possibility. But in any event, I would, if you don't need it, if this is not something you need, I would hold off, allow it to grow, make sure that at least 40% of it is relatively conservative because I don't want it to take a hit during the downturn. We're going to lose some of it. So I'd be, make sure that some of it is in cash and conservative. But don't use it yet. I would probably change the plan up a little bit, Steve.